Welcome to today's explainer. So we're doing something a little bit different this time. We are jumping right into an interactive lesson. Well, actually, more of a game. We're going to take some really fantastic insights from offbeat Mandarin and learn not just some vocabulary, but an actual art form, a dance, a battle. Our goal today, we're going to level you up. We're taking you from being that clueless tourist who accidentally funds a vendor's entire retirement by overpaying for a cheap bracelet to an absolute master market bargainer. Get ready to play.
Okay, let's dive into this. To understand why we're playing this game, we really have to look at the story behind this quote. The host of our source material, Leo, tells this hilarious story about wandering into a Chinese tourist market back when he was a teenager. He saw this cool little bracelet, asked the vendor the price, and man, she just buttered him up. She called him beautiful, told him it suited him perfectly, and said it was only 100 kwai. So, what did he do? He literally just handed over the money. He walked away feeling pretty good, like he just funded her kid's college education. But when his mom found out, she was absolutely horrified. She told him, "You never pay the first price. Never." You see, in Chinese street markets, the first price isn't really a price at all. It's merely a suggestion. It's an open invitation to a cultural dance. If you don't bargain, the vendors are actually kind of disappointed. So today, we are going to learn how to dance.
Here is our map of the game for today. We've got 5 escalating levels to conquer. First up, the rules of the game. Second, basic moves. Third, advanced tactics. Fourth, no play zones. And finally, the final boss blitz.
All right, welcome to Level 1, Basic Moves. First things first, we've got to learn how to serve the ball in this negotiation ping-pong match. Picture this. You're walking through a bustling market, and boom, you spot this beautiful Chinese tea set. You absolutely want it. But how do you start the interaction? How do you ask the price in a way that doesn't scream, "Hey, I'm a tourist with a super fat wallet"? I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think of how you'd open this game. 3, 2, 1.
The phrase you need is 多少钱. This literally translates to how much money. Let's practice this together, nice and slow. I want you to shadow me. Ready? 多少钱?多少钱?多少钱? Awesome. Now, for some context, you could point right at the item and simply say, "Excuse me, this tea set, 多少钱?" The real secret here, though, is your energy. You want to sound a little curious, but definitely not either. Don't let them see how much you love it. Okay, the vendor serves the ball right back. They look at you, give you a big smile, and say, 300. So how do you react? Do you nod? Do you say, okay? I'll give you 3 seconds to guess your very next move. 3, 2, 1. Well, if you said, reach for my wallet, that is an instant game over. No way. You have to react with sheer physical pain.
This step is pure theater. The phrase you need to deploy right here is 太贵了. This means too expensive. Let's drill this one. Say it slowly with me 3 times. 太贵了. 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 In context, you'd say something like, 300 for this? 太贵了. But listen, you really have to sell it. Take a deep breath, stumble back a step, look at that tea set like it personally offended your ancestors. Even if 300 seems perfectly reasonable to you, you still have to act utterly, completely shocked. It is a mandatory part of the dance.
Let's move on and see how this builds in Level 2, Advanced Tactics. We're shifting from theatrical shock to active negotiation. So, you've just dramatically gasped at their price. The vendor is waiting, just watching you. How do you gently ask for a discount? How do you transition from being totally offended to opening the door for a real deal? Take 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
You give them a soft, hopeful nudge with this phrase, 便宜一点儿. This means a bit cheaper. This one is a little tricky, so let's practice it slowly 3 times together. 便宜一点儿. 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 For context, you might lean in a bit and say, "I really like it, but could you go 便宜一点儿?" This is essentially a polite way of saying, "Okay, let's get real now." You're signaling that you're a player and you want to keep the game going.
And now we reach the critical moment, the counterattack. They started at 300, maybe they dropped it down to 280 after your theatrical gasp, but now it's your turn to throw out a number. What bold number should you throw out there? Think about it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
And this brilliantly illustrates the steep price drop you need. This strategy requires you to aim incredibly low. If they say 300, you hit them back with 100. Yep, that's a third of the price. You state your number and follow it up with the casual word kwai, which is kind of like saying bucks for Chinese RMB. You look them dead in the eye, point at the item, and say boldly, 100 kwai. They might laugh at you, they might act completely offended and call you crazy. Do not flinch. It is all part of the show.
All right, things are heating up. Welcome to Level 3, the ultimate weapon. The negotiations have completely stalled. They absolutely won't come down to your price, and you refuse to go up to theirs. So, what is the nuclear option? 3 seconds to lock in your answer. 3, 2, 1. The nuclear option is the slow, dramatic walk away. You sigh, shake your head sadly, and say, nah, swanla, meaning then forget it. Let's practice this incredibly powerful phrase 3 times. Na swanla, na swanla, na swanla. In context, you'd say, we just can't agree, so na swanla. Or you could use the slightly softer version, wotsai kanken, meaning I'll browse elsewhere. But the true secret here? The physical mechanics. You must actually start walking away, slowly, dramatically. Maybe cast one lingering glance back over your shoulder. Inside, you might be screaming, please, please call me back. But if you play it cool, 9 times out of 10, you are going to hear them yelling, okay, okay, come back. And boom, victory is yours. But remember, every game has its boundaries. Let's look at Level 4 no-play zones. There is a very clear divide here. Your arena is handmade craft markets, street vendors, and tourist spots without barcodes. That is a massive yes. But supermarkets and proper restaurants with menus, that is a massive no. Just imagine walking into a grocery store, bringing a barcoded shirt up to the cashier and confidently offering her half price. I mean, they literally have security for that. Or picture yourself arguing over the price of Kung Pao chicken in a nice sit-down restaurant. Hey, this chicken looks a bit small, knock 5 RMB off. Just don't do it. Save those hard-earned skills for the street markets where they actually belong.
All right, it is time for Level 5, the final boss blitz. Let's see if you've truly leveled up your skills today. This is a rapid-fire quiz. I'm going to show you a scenario, and you have to shout out the correct phrase. You ready? First scenario. You see that gorgeous tea set again. Quick, how do you ask how much? 3, 2, 1.
多少钱?
Yes. If you got that, you are on the board with maximum points. Excellent work. Let's keep this momentum going.
Next question. The vendor hits you with a crazy high price. You need to clutch your pearls and act deeply offended. How do you say, too expensive? 3, 2, 1.
Taguila. Spot on. Your theater skills are absolutely top-notch now. You are naturally ready to hit the markets. So, the crucial point to take away from all this is that you now have the 5 golden steps. 1. Ask 多少钱? 2. Act completely shocked with 太贵了. 3. Gently nudge them with 便宜一点. 4. Drop your bold counteroffer with 快. And 5. Deploy the nuclear walkaway with 那算了. But above all else, remember the golden rule. Smile and have fun. Seriously, don't get angry. If you treat this like the fun, engaging cultural game that it truly is, everyone walks away happy. You've officially leveled up from a clueless tourist to a market master. The only question left is, now that you've mastered these 5 steps and possess this ultimate bargaining power, are you ready to book a ticket to China just to test your skills in the real world? Just think of all the amazing, well-priced souvenirs you could bring back. Just, don't blame me if you end up with 5 suitcases full of stuff you don't really need. Thanks for playing along with this explainer, and we will catch you on the next one.